Hey, welcome back to God and Country Garage. This week, we're back on the 79 Dodge Prospector. Last week, we put some new tires on it, repainted the rims. The plan this week is to see if we can't get this thing running, idling, driving, take off this plow mount, put the bumper back on where it's supposed to go, and see if we can maybe drive this thing like 90 miles home, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't know if you've ever been to Wisconsin. The welcoming committee can be pretty picky on the road and it ain't registered. So we'll see how that all plays. We'll play that one by ear, I should say. Anyway, first thing we got to do is I ain't got a lot of time left today. We'll put it that way. Got a little bit of a late start on the way up here, and I'm losing the daylight fast. I went to my grandma's house, cooked dinner, and then they never want you to leave. So got roped into visiting there, but that's okay. It's nice to go over there. Man, I really did a number when I yanked that plow off of this sucker. Even damaged the grill. I have to find another one or work that one. Minor. Anyway, all I'm going to do tonight is probably spray some lube on these bolts. Anything I can think of that I'm going to need to get loose, I'm going to try to oil up, lube it up at least so it can soak overnight. And then I'm going to retire. I got my camper down on the bottom of the hill. I store it up here in the winter. That way it ain't blocking my driveway when I'm trying to clean out the snow. So at least I got a place to stay. I got the heater running in there right now, warming up. So, but like I said, we're way behind on where we should be. So I got to get moving. We'll oil this all up. Maybe we'll see if this engine, I don't think it's stuck, but I've seen stupider stuff happen in a couple of years. I haven't actually turned it over in, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years. I did make sure it spun a couple of years ago, threw a battery in it, built a little oil pressure anyway, but that's been a while. So we're basically starting fresh. Anyway, I'm going to get this lubed up. Might be it for today. And then right away in the morning, we're going to get cranking. It's going to be cold tomorrow. I already got a cold. It was, I don't know, in the early 60s. It's windy. That's why I got this little thing on here today. So we ain't catching all the wind noise. I seen in my last video. It was kind of annoying with that wind noise on there, but you don't know. You just never know until you get at her. Oh, where's all these bolts? Oh, them are never going to come off. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they will. We'll see. Anyway. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I lost my train of thought already. Oh, tomorrow. It's going to be colder. It's going to be like 38 degrees for a hot... I guess I picked the worst days all the time to work on this stuff, but I got to work around my work schedule. Because I got a full-time job yet, We ain't rich enough to, we ain't quite rich enough to make this a full-time go. That would be nice. So, hey, if you want to do something for me, like and subscribe. That way the more subscribers I get, maybe one day I can make a few pennies on this, I could actually make it worth my time to work on this stuff. That sucks. Guess we ain't gonna have a radio on the way home. Well, whatever. I did notice, look at, brand new tire on the back. Down already. I mustn't have got that bead as clean as I thought it was. I better oil up these these brake bleeders also. Try to get some on there because I'm sure we're gonna have to do something with that. I know I explained it last week already, but in case you didn't see that video, 79 Dodge did I say Prospector? I'm wrong. Roundup. Dodge Roundup. Anyway, my grandpa bought this truck brand new, bought it brand new in 1979. Oh my goodness. And used it for quite a few years. Well, I shouldn't say quite a few. He used it for a couple of years before he put a plow on it. He's had a plow. Hey, screwdriver. There's my screwdriver. Anyway, used it for a couple of years. Put the put the Western plow on here, and then he sold it to my uncle, who just basically it lived its life up here as a plow truck. Let's just oil everything up, you know. There we go. Anyway, my dad bought it from my uncle probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago now. Maybe longer, I don't remember really. But he bought it from my uncle. And then he never really did anything with it. And I asked him one time, I said, so what are you going to do with that truck? And he said, well, I don't know. And I said, why don't you sell it to me? So he sold it to me for what he paid my uncle. And it sat for another 5 or 6 years up here. It's been a long time since this thing's been running and moving. I dragged it up here with my other pickup with 4 flat tires. If you didn't see last week's video, go check that out. That was fun trying to get them wheels and tires off. It was froze to the ground, you know, Wisconsin. Anyway, we got the tires changed out. Now that I spent a ton of money on tires on a truck that doesn't work, I got to get it working. So we're about out of time today, and it is windy, man. Windy and getting cold. So I'm just going to lube some of this stuff up. We're going to see what we can get done tomorrow. But I ain't got much time past that, so we're going to have to work fast. Hopefully I can get this thing running to the point where I can drive it home. Oh my goodness, this... Oh, well, I can tell you right now the engine is not stuck. She is turning over, which is good. I ain't worried about that. We'll throw a battery in here tomorrow. See what kind of oil we got in here. Ooh. It is probably about 2.5 quarts low on oil. There ain't much in there, but we're going to give her an oil change. We're going to try to get her running first. I did buy some more parts for this thing. So, you know, I'm already significantly over budget what it's worth. If this truck wasn't my grandpa's, I don't know that I would put this kind of money into it, but you know, sentimental value, I guess. You know, she's worth something to somebody anyway. Fun. I do have to figure out how to get all of this off of here for this plow. Shouldn't be too bad, I guess. I don't know. Looks pretty self-explanatory. It's just positive, negative. A couple of wires for... Now, the lights are going to be the thing that's going to confuse me. Because they are tapped in and rigged in, and there's somebody made some sort of a harness down here. And I guess if we drive during the day, we won't need to worry about that. But, you know, sure. Anyway. What's a truck worth if you're just going to leave it sit, right? I mean, when's the last time you went down the road and you seen an old Dodge Roundup, W150 Powerwagon Roundup, coming down the road? Even if it is a little rotted out, she's beat up, banged up, you know, but you might as well do something with it. If you ain't going to do anything with it, you might as well scrap it. So I don't want to scrap it. We're going to try to get it running and driving. Will it be a daily? Nope. But we could perhaps get it at least going. I think the wipers are broke. They're not hooked up to nothing. Dang. They really trashed a lot. All right, we got some stuff juiced up. We know the engine isn't stuck. Got a little juice on the front of this because this has been on there a long time, so I want to get that. That's going to be the main thing. Get this out of the way. That way while I'm leaning over this, I ain't working around all this. Is it junk? I don't think so. I'm sure this pump and everything's good, so we'll save this. Don't know that I'll ever put it back on the truck, but why throw it away, right? I mean, we're down a light and a signal lens here, but that's minor. But we got this juiced up. I'm going to retire for the night, try to get some sleep so I can get up bright and early in the cold and start working on this. See you in the morning. Well, it's the next morning and it's windy out. It's cold. It's like 24, but feels like 12. So, and it's, like I said, it's windy. So, got the old rabbit tail hooked up to the mic again. See how much of this we can do before we get too cold and have to go get some breakfast. It's freezing out here. Of course, I forgot a winter hat, so gonna freeze there. But like I said, we're gonna start out trying to get this plow unhooked. I just got to get these wires off of this switch and then figure out how to get that cable out of there, because we got to pull that cable out. The cable runs all the way down to here onto the plow pump. So I guess that's going to be where we're going to start, unhooking everything so we can drop all this up out of the way. Been fiddling with this thing for a minute now, and actually it's amazing that all these cables still work. But to get it out, it's tight. I can't get the case off. Oh, wait, never mind. Just got it. Okay, so we just gotta slide this. Oh my goodness, I can't see nothing. Hold on. Just gotta slide that sucker off of there, it looks like. We can do that. We can do. All right, I got her all apart. We're gonna save all this so that way, if we ever feel like hooking up this plow again, we can, which I doubt we'll do. But now that, oh man, I forgot, I'm gonna have to snip that off. We got, oh my goodness, can we get this cable out? I got this cable smashed under this light. We're gonna have to get that sucker up because I can't get her pulled through. Just one challenge after another. Oh, yeah, and I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to snow. It's perfect. I got most of the cables unhooked from the solenoid here. Doing so, I unhooked the negative, and yeah, we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna reuse this ground cable. We're just gonna scoot on into town and maybe get another one. So, being we're doing that, I might take a break, go get some breakfast, because I am frozen. I can't even pull these cables through because the cables are so cold. They all got to go through here. I got wires. I don't know what this wire is for. Okay, get out of there. I got wires going everywhere. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. I gotta warm up. My toes are frozen. The wind is cranking. Might have picked the wrong day to do this. Well, I'm back from breakfast. Ain't got any warmer, but the sun came out, so, you know, I'm gonna do what I can. Been working on getting these bolts out of this plow mount, and they ain't coming without a fight. You can see, like, I've gotten one out without breaking it. It's the third one I broke off, so I got a couple more. Hopefully we can get this plow mount off the front, give us some room to work. Nothing like testing out the strength of Pittsburgh tools, you know, just throw a jack handle on the ratchet. Feels really loose with the handle, but you get all that leverage. This one might be coming loose. That might be enough of the handle. Oh, she's still tight. Oh. No. Yeah. Get there. You think by now? There she goes. This one's actually backing out. Huh. Save 2 bolts. All right. I'm hoping that the bottom bolt I can't get at. Not without a box wrench. And I ain't got a box wrench with me. So I'm hoping, that's 5 of them now. It's only one left in there. I'm hoping I can pivot the whole unit down, and then I'll have room to get in there. Theoretically, it should be almost loose. I don't know. There we go. Oh. Oh, that's still tight. How about if I jump on it? There. Now, can a guy get in there? I think so. Oh, shoot. Oh, she's coming right off. All right. Ah. Oh, watch your toes, because she's probably going to start moving as soon as I start cranking on her. You know what? Why don't I put the ratchet up above? All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do now. Oh yeah, she's coming with. Whoop. Broke that one. Perfect, actually, you know. It's less we gotta take out, right? Harbor Freight, you have passed the test. All right. We can get this 600 pounds of, oh God, there's a lot of weight there. Come on. There. Oh, it already looks better. All right, now, just gotta get these bolts out. So that way, I can put the bumper back on. I'll probably break them off and have no bolts left, and then I have to go back to town, get some more, but I haven't gone yet, so we're gonna try doing that now. Dang, this bumper's pretty bent up. More bent up than I thought. Oh well. All right, let's get these bolts out. Okay, work with me. Nope. You want to fight? We'll fight. We'll fight. It's all right. I understand. Been on there for a long time. Why change now, right? Oh, holy crap. Okay. Oh, did I just poke through the bottom of my boot? I did. Oh man, I just put a hole in my boot. Oh. Well, now I need new boots. Oh, well, okay. That one broke off. That's... Oh, sure. Thank you for that, I guess. Doing something. Now we really got no hardware. Well, now that I got nobody to hold anything for me, let's see if I can put this bumper back on. Ooh. Oh, Grandma's eggs are coming up. Oh, much lighter. Take a little weight off the front of this old girl. It should just bolt right back on there, I would think. Oh, get that bolt out. Oh, it's frozen in there. There it goes. Now, you ever notice the older you get, the harder it is to get up and down on this ground? Oh, almost caught a bumper to the face. Not good. Oopsies. All right. Am I doing this the more difficult way, or I'm not even sure anymore. I got a jack. Why don't I just put it on the jack? Okay. That one goes right. Now I don't have the bolt in my hand. Oh God, it's right where I can't reach it. Okay, that one will go through there. That's that side. I'm getting too old for this. I think. I gotta be. Or something. Just being a big old fat puss, I don't know. Okay. Back on the ground. Too low. Gotta go up there somewhere. Right about there, I think. Oh, come on. Why don't the bolt go through? There. Okay, she's through. Oh, there's a piece of glass. We don't want that. Wow. Oops. Almost tripped. Look how much better that already looks. Golly, that plow really did a number on that bumper. Or something did. Maybe I did. I don't know. You might be asking yourself, is there more snow on the ground than before? Well, yeah, there sure is. You see, I ran to get more hardware for this bumper, and it started to snow. And I passed the hardware store and just kept right on going. I said, well, I ain't laying in no snowstorm to work on, no truck. So, I went home and I got all the stuff back from home because it's cheaper there than up here in the boondocks, you know. But it was another 90 miles home. And this is my 4th trip up here. So if you do 90 miles one way, oh, come on, times 4. Of course. I got like about 700 miles running back and forth. Now it'd be smarter to just dug out my diesel and drag this thing home. Ow, come on. But I really, I want to see if I can drive this thing home, you know? I want to see if I can get this thing running and drive it. It's easy to just trailer it home and drive it around the yard. But I didn't want to I'm doing it for you. I'm telling you, I'm doing it for you guys. Come on now. Anyway. So now I get to play in the snow and it's cold. And I don't know why I don't ever bring a beanie cap up with, because my ears are getting cold and I'm getting wet. But whatever. I guess that's all part of the fun, right? Yeah. All right, I think the first thing we're gonna do is change this negative battery cable, because there ain't nothing left of this one. I picked up a new one. I want to throw a battery in here and just see if we can even get this engine to whirl over on its own, because if we can't, I mean, there ain't a whole lot of hope if you can't get the engine turning. Throw that over there. Yeah, you can get over there. Let's see here. We can get this. Get that off. Yep, get out of there. Now that it's cold, it's probably too short. That's my luck. That'll be fine. Ooh, I should really clean that up. I didn't bring a file or anything. Let's kind of scrape on her with my knife. That way, it's dull next time I go to use it, you know? Sure. See if that gets us anywhere. Oh, come on. Really wish I would have brought a vacuum with. A lot of acorns and all that crap on here. Be nice to vacuum that other way. What did I just do with my ratchet, you know? What? I don't know what there it is. Anyway. We don't want to start a fire. So I'm going to have to figure out something to get some of that garbage off the intake. Should be tight enough. Grab a battery. I bought this battery used off a guy because, oh my goodness, I don't know that we can trust that battery tray too much longer. Whew, she's a wobbler. Anyway, I didn't want to buy a brand new battery because, have you checked the prices of batteries lately? They're pathetic. Like, I'm not paying $150 for a battery on a truck that I might not use a whole lot. Let's give her the old, see if she burns herself to the ground or not. Suppose I'm gonna have to tighten this all up. Tight. That should be tight enough. All right. Let's see if this will even turn. I don't even know if I got keys. I don't remember. There's got to be keys in here, I think. Oh, sure. We got a key. Oh! Radio is wide open. Oh, yeah. It'll turn. Here, let's just, let's give her a test real quick. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I don't really care. Oh, perfect. Leaves coming out of the carburetor. Let's just give her a little bit of a shot of juice. See if there's anything. We're gonna kill this battery. I guess we're in charge mode with this truck. Now, it should bog down if it's charging. I don't hear nothing. Well, I don't know. Usually they bog down a little bit. Let's just see. See if it cranks any faster. All right, maybe she don't like brake clean. Let's give her a little gas. That's a lot of gas. Oh no. We'll let her continue to charge. Maybe it'll turn. I don't know if there's any spark. Oh my God, that's easy. All right. Well, now that I know everything's working-ish, that'll make it easier. I did unhook the fuel pump because I'm not sure if the fuel pump is working or not. I know they were having fuel issues. They were constantly pouring gas in this thing to try to get it to start. Man, I really wish I had a little trigger for the fuel, or I wish I knew how to fill this bowl, because I don't see a vent tube anywhere though. I'd like to get it to run to see if there's any, see if the fuel pump's working or not. If I didn't gotta change that, that'd be great. Oh, that's a lot of gas. That might be way too much. Again, let's just see what we got. Oh, hold on now. Well, let's take a little break, give it a minute to charge, and then I might just change the fuel pump. I have another fuel pump. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I pulled the alternator. It was pretty easy to pull, but I gotta get at them two bolts right down there on that fuel pump to get it out. I cut the bottom line. I mean, it's dry rotten anyway. I should really change all the hoses on here. That might be easier once I get the pump out, but to get at them 2 bolts in there, I gotta almost get an extension through there. I can get a swivel on it, but then the swivel binds against the pump body. So I figured the easiest thing to do is just 1 bolt here and a nut up here. Pull the alternator right out of the way. So let me try to get that pump out. Well, I'm in it now. I got the line off the old pump, but I broke it. That and still couldn't get them bolts out. So I pulled the whole bracket off, and then, you know, of course, there was other brackets on there, and so I got to get this back together to remember how it goes together. That and these lines are so brittle. Like I say, I got to change them anyway, but them are just junk. But I do have a ton more room to get that fuel pump in now. So I ran. There's no stores close here. I went to a hardware store that was close. He was like, yeah, we don't have car parts. So I ran to O'Reilly, which was like 30 miles away. And I'll tell you what, that kid, he didn't know what I was asking for when I said I need a chunk of 5/16 fuel line. He was like, what's it for? And sure, whatever. So I found this barb. Hopefully this will go into the new pump. Well, it should. Even the old one, it should just thread in. Oh no, maybe the threads are wrong. It'd be a story of my life. Well, we'll figure that out. I don't know, you know. We'll just hang it up and go home. Anyway, I finally found this myself. Bought some more clamps, so we're gonna see if we can't get this crap all put back together. And I don't know, you know. The other thing, I gotta see if that fuel line is plugged. I gotta see if, you know, I don't even know. Maybe the eccentric on the cam is wore out, and that's why she won't pull fuel. That'll work fine. I'm just gonna run a hose off of that. You know, if the fuel line's plugged, I'll just run a freaking gas can inside the truck and run a hose all the way to the pump, I guess. But if the eccentric is wore out on the cam, I mean, that fuel pump ain't gonna work. I don't know. I'll try to show you what I'm talking about here. Up inside the timing cover here, you see the timing chain in there? You can probably see that eccentric in there. It's on the front of the cam, and it's like a cam lobe. So as it rotates, you know, it's got a high spot and a low spot. It'll sit there and move the arm on the pump, and that's what draws fuel into the fuel. That's what makes the fuel pump draw fuel. So if that's wore out, it don't really look wore out. I mean, you can see a line where the arm's been riding, but it don't look all scored up and all that crap. Man, I should have got a scraper and some brake clean. I ain't got no rags with me or nothing. Anyway, it's turning out to be a long afternoon. At least the sun's nice and warm. It's not too bad out here anymore now. It's really bright though, and I think it got to like 31 today. So, but I mean, with the sun, it don't feel too bad. Snow is getting to the point where it's very wet to lay in though. So I'm gonna try getting this fuel pump put back together, get that bracket on, the alternator put back on, and then, I don't know, maybe just shove a line into a fuel can and see if that pump even works, or if using that pump is going to work. Yeah, we'll talk to you in a week. Well, we got the alternator bracket back on, and this is about as good as I can do. I put a pre-filter and then a filter after the pump. All new hoses. The only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is this enough room between the filter and the manifold? I don't know if I can maybe zip tie that over or something. I don't know if the alternator is going to be in the way. It's going to be the next thing we got to put on, so might as well get rolling on that. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Oh no, that line is going to be in the way, I believe. Maybe not, I don't know. We're I'll find out. Try to get the sucker back in between that bracket. And it ain't working for me. Okay. Well, she's kind of started-ish. Maybe. I don't know. I'll try to get this bolt through here. Oh, of course not. Why would you just line right up? That'd be too much to ask. Maybe if I get a screwdriver in there, kind of pry it over. Sure. There, see? Like that. That work? A little bit. Keep going. Okay. Get this guy back on. Oh, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. We're going the wrong way. Okay. Go the other way. It's tight. Okay, let's get the nut off. That's how that was. Get on there. There we go. You know, when you hit a certain age, you're entitled to grunt for pretty much everything you do. I just figured I'd let you guys know that in case you didn't know. And we're going to tighten this little guy up. That's there. All right, I believe we are all back together. I'm gonna put some gas in this thing, but before I pour all this gas in here, I'm gonna fill up a couple of these bottles just in case we need some to prime the carb. And if we pour it all the tank and it's for nothing, well, then I guess I wasted some gas. But we need some reserves, because once it goes in the tank, I don't think I'm getting it back out, because I ain't crawling under there pulling them fuel lines off. My nose is running. It's getting cold again here now. I gotta speed this process up a little. I don't know that we'll get her all the way today. Oh my goodness, these bottles are falling apart. Ugh. Oh, you know, I can't wait to get in my truck now that I smell like gas. All right. We'll pour this in, what we got left. And if the gauge reads, I'll even be happier yet, because it'll let me know that at least the sending unit ain't all rotted out of it. All right, battery's hooked back up. Do we read any fuel at all? Nothing. Danger. I was really hoping that would work. I should read something. Let's give her a little splash. All right, we gave her a little splash of fuel. Let's I might have flooded the crap out of her. I don't know. We're back to jumper cable mode. Well, I've been feeding her gas down the carb, which is not good for the oil. And we ain't pulling any fuel yet. Nothing. No oil pressure either. That's concerning. I hope it's just the gauges, but I don't know. Let's see. Does charge work? Nothing. The fuel gauge did move up a little, but man. I think our next thing we're gonna try is hook up a electric fuel pump and then run her straight. I mean, I'm out of gas now, so kind of screwed there. Screwed myself by pouring it all in there. She should have been pulling fuel by now. Let's see. Yeah, them filters are empty yet. That line's got to be plugged, or the sock in the tank's got to be plugged up. I could blow through it, but man, it was pretty tough to blow through. So next, what do we do? Man, try her one more time. Give her a little drinky poo. Oh, give her a lot of drinky poo, I guess. And then she ain't doing nothing. Ain't pulling fuel at all. That's like the 5th or 6th time I've done that. That should have been more than enough to pull fuel. I can't even see the other filter. There's not a drop in there. Well, here's where we're at. We got her to run in idle on her own. And I know it's pulling fuel because that fuel filter's full. She's running off of this right now. I just ran a line over to this gas can for now just to even see if that fuel pump works. The bad part is I've seen that oil filter leaking, and I don't know if the gauge just ain't working or what, but you can see she says no oil pressure. So we're gonna shut her down. We're gonna give her an oil change, I think. We'll start right back up, I wonder. Oh, like a glove. All right, I think we gotta give her an oil change, and then actually, I bought a boat tank. I think we're gonna mount this back there in the corner. So we'll probably have to pop this cap off because the front window's broke out, the back window's missing. I mean, it's more of a canopy than anything at this point, so probably gonna pop that off. That way it'll be easy to get fuel in and out of here. And this is 12 gallons, so that's a little better than a 5-gallon can sitting on the passenger floor. I don't really know how much of anything I would want sitting on this floor. I mean, look at, every time I get in, she sinks a little more. Typical, this is real typical of Dodges. The rust right there and the pedal just like rotting off of the floor. That's typical of these 70s and 80s Rams. That, and I believe this is a 203 NP 203 transfer case with the low lock, low, neutral, high lock, and high. But man, that thing is tough to move. So I'm gonna have to get under there maybe while I'm doing the oil change and spray the crap out of that linkage. You gotta get some trans fluid in this thing. I checked it, it's a little low. So a lot of little maintenance things, but I mean, let's see. Let's sat for a second. Let's see. Oh, she's good to go again. All right, we're on the right track now. I'm thinking, even though this tank is plastic under there, I don't know if you can see that. It's a plastic tank. The sending unit had to have either the tube rotted right off, or the sock is plugged, or I don't know, the lines are plugged up or something, but we ain't gonna be able to run her off that tank as much as I wanted to. So I think next thing we do is get this oil out of here, because we put a lot of gas down that carburetor, and like I said, I noticed the oil filter is actually dripping, so it might have rotted a hole right in it. That might be, maybe she ain't got any oil, I don't know. I checked it and it had something on the stick, but I mean, there's oil on there, but yeah, that's not hardly anything at all now that it's run a little bit. So that might have been oil in the tube. All right, let me get on to changing the oil. Why can I never get these back in there? There we go. All right, we got to do an oil change on the old girl. Well, look at this oil filter. Whew, there wasn't much left. She was rotting out in a couple places. Looks like a Pennzoil oil filter. You can see it dripping. She's a leaker. That, and I guess I never brought a funnel with. Just in a rush. How am I going to pour this in without spilling it everywhere? Very carefully, I guess, right? There was only probably maybe a quart of oil in that engine. That was, I'm presuming that, I'm hoping that's why we didn't have oil pressure, because this engine actually was run with the oil pump out one time. My uncle borrowed it from my grandfather, and on his way home, he realized it didn't have any oil pressure, so he just thought it was out of oil. He pulled over and poured 5 more quarts in and drove the rest of the way back. And he said on the way home it was the oil pressure would jump up and go down and jump up and go down, and it was all over. So he brought it to my other grandpa, who was very, very smart and a huge Mopar enthusiast, so he knew a lot about these things. He said, I bet the hex in the oil pump went out. He dropped it out of there, and sure as crap, it was all stripped out. So the only thing that really saved the bottom end was she was basically submerged in oil. She was taking a bath. But I believe they had to put new valve guides or something like that in there, because obviously it starved the top end for oil. And I don't know. So I'm kind of nervous about the oil pressure thing. I think before we do that boat tank thing, I'm going to fill up this oil, and I threw a Wix filter on it, make sure it ain't leaking, and we're going to see if we have oil pressure. I got to get some more transmission fluid. I checked that, and she's down quite a bit. So, but before I run to town to get that, maybe I'll even buy a funnel. I don't know. I want to get some more gas, so I want to hook up that boat tank, pour what I got in that boat tank, make sure this thing's going to run off that boat tank. I don't see why it wouldn't, but we'll take care of all of that, and then we'll come back. You know, by then it should probably be dark, and I'll be out of time and sleeping in the cold again another night. All right, let's get at it. If you're wondering what kind of oil put in here, I found some Valvoline 1540 high zinc. So we threw that in here. Now, I just want to see, for one, if it even fires back up. For two, oh, fired right back up. Still no oil pressure. Oh no. See, I don't know if maybe a line came off or something. I don't know. She should have built oil pressure by now, but if the line came off, that could explain, I don't know. Maybe the sending unit's bad, you know? I don't know that it's charging. I don't want to let it run a while. I don't hear any clattering, so I'm presuming it's got oil pressure. See if she's leaking anywhere. Oh, she is loud though. We got to get an exhaust on here yet. I don't see it spewing anywhere, so I don't think, I can't imagine a sending unit is out of it or anything. I'm thinking maybe just the wire's bad, or the gauges are bad, or I don't know, something. You know, while she's running, we should check to make sure she's charging. All right, let's see if you guys can see that. Should be in the 13.5 range. Oh, she's coming down off idle. 15, uh-oh. We might have a ballast resistor that's out or something, I don't know. Shoot, that's not good, that's too much charge. There might be a voltage regulator that's bad in this thing. That's not good. Well, it's coming down, but let's reset her and try her again. Still too high. 15's too much. Dang her. Well, we got her running. We might as well add some coolant. I want to make sure this thing, I want to see if it's going to get up to temp or if it's going to get hot. Actually, when I pulled that bracket off, I'd take a couple bolts out of the water pump, and it actually, nice green antifreeze came out, so they must have had antifreeze in it, which is a plus, but she's low. Uh-oh, spilling everywhere. Throw a little bit into the overflow here, keep this cap out of the way. It ain't circulating yet, but it ain't warm yet. I actually bought plugs, wires, rotor cap, everything for a tune-up, but I gotta be honest, I don't know that we're gonna need it. Might just throw some sea foam in the tank, let her run through that carburetor a little bit. I think all that smoke is the oil I spilled. Never have nothing clean and nice, and you know, I spill oil all over. This is like the worst design for this cap, I gotta be honest. We'll check that again when it warms up. I'm actually gonna throw this air cleaner back on because you can kind of almost hear a huge vacuum leak, and it cleans up when you plug off the vacuum leak. So I'm gonna put this air cleaner back on next. Alright, do I remember what those were? Oh, kind of. Oh my goodness. The hoses are brittle. Come on. No give. There's that one. Little guy goes, whoa. Better tuck in the old hood strings or get dancing on the fan. Go there. Yeah. The other one. Down on there. There we go. New lid, new filter. Which way does it go? About this way. Oh yeah. Much nicer. $76-mile long stud in the top here. Man, this thing's actually running really smooth. This old guy back up. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, there. I'm about ready to roll. Actually, it did come up to temp, and then it cooled back off, so I believe the thermostat is open. Did not get this off to save my life. I'm gonna add a little more antifreeze. Oh, look at this. The headlights came on. She's just gotta run a little, I guess. You know, you gotta get a little life back in the old girl. Headlights, no side marker. But we got two headlights. We got the side marker? No, that one ain't on either. Taillights, I probably ain't even gonna be able to tell. Can't tell. I doubt it. I can't even tell if there's a taillight on or not. It might be. We got blinkers? Let's see if we got any signals. Temp, like I said, did come up. Oil pressure, never. Oil pressure never came up. It's got oil pressure, I can guarantee you that. I mean, stuck on. I'm guessing bulbs burned out in the back maybe or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see her, so that one might be burned out. How about that way? You got anything this way? Oh, that one's flashing. Holy slow. There must be a bad ground or something, but she's working. Huh. All right, I think it's time to shut this thing down and get working on that. Oh, getting that cap off. Oh, this thing's loud. All right, I guess we'll start out cleaning some of these wheels out of here. More pop bottles. My goodness, how many wheels are in here? Here's one. Grandpa's got some explaining to do. Oh, look at a sticker I found. You see that? Bad girls wanted. Okay, sure, Gramps. Luckily, there's only 4 bolts in this thing, so made life a little easier, you know? Kind of wish they wouldn't have drilled through the bed, though. That would have been a little nicer. Now there's going to be big holes in the bed. I thought these usually like clamped on or something. Oh, shoot. I'm sweating. I'm sweating like a hog here. Shouldn't have put these bibs on, but man, you know, do you wanna sweat or do you want to get dirty? Where'd I put that other bolt? I don't want to lose these because I don't want to hit them with the lawnmower. Okay, well, one will get hit with the lawnmower, I guess. Today was almost 60. Tomorrow, I believe it's supposed to be in the low 40s. And chance of rain and just crap weather. So I really wanted to get on the road tonight, but there's just so much crap to do. I don't know that we're gonna do that. How do you get a bed cap off by yourself? Just throw it off the side? I don't really want to break the windows. Is it free? Oh, it's free. Oh, it's heavy too. Golly. Let's see. Maybe I can just shove her off. Oh, yep. I guess that worked. Shoot. All right then. Now I got myself a predicament, huh? Oh, shoot. Don't break that new tank. You guys bought these boat tanks lately? They're like $100 and some. It's ridiculous. But what's a guy to do, you know? I guess if I would have left that, if I would have just left that plow mount on the front, I could have just ratchet strapped the gas can to it, I guess, or something. I don't know, but we're in it now. I think I'm going to put the boat tank up there in the front corner. That way the fuel line can just go straight to the pump. But we got to sweep this bed out real quick. This is amazingly dirty. I like it better without the cap, personally, you know? I get why caps are nice. They keep the weather out of everything, but I don't know. I just like the looks of a truck without a cap. Oh, I'll tell you what, my feet ain't never been so wet as they are right now. Get out of there. Oh, floor diffuser, sure. All right, let's get to cleaning this. This bed's actually, I noticed a little bit of rot in that back corner, but that's literally the only spot. Actually in amazing shape. Inside. Maybe not the bed sides. We can fix that. I don't know if we're gonna, but we can. Alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna try to run this 5/16 fuel line along the frame rail up to the fuel pump from that boat tank. I already punched a hole in the bed. What's one more hole? I mean, you know. But, and I don't feel like laying in the mud, but I guess I'm gonna have to. This is so fun. Well, there it is. It's done. The line is officially run all the way through the frame rail. I actually got it zip tied pretty well on the frame rail. Had to try to keep it away from the exhaust. You can see I ran that line down, under, all the way under the frame rail till, I don't even know if you can see, right under there to the pump. So we should be good. Let's see if this thing will start back up. And now that it's cold again, it's been a couple hours, and I'll tell you what, I'm getting the worst headache you could think of. Oh, did I unhook the bet? What did I do? Oh, I don't have it in park. Whew, okay. I don't know if she's drawing fuel. Well, it does fire right back up. Wow. That is some serious stinking exhaust. Must be cold, I'm hoping. Or ain't drawing fuel all the way from that tank yet, maybe. I don't know. Power steering works yet. I actually was pretty worried about the brakes, but I added some fluid and I got a pretty good pedal. I kind of pumped her up a little. Why'd she keep dying? Huh. I don't know. It was idling good before. It must be cold yet, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should leave the air cleaner off. She just wants to have as much power as possible, I think. Well, it's got to be drawing fuel from that tank by now, so I think we're okay. I think we'll be alright. Alright, I gotta run to town, get more gas, get some trans fluid because it don't even bog down or anything, and I'm gonna have to get a funnel. So, we gotta run to town, we'll be back. The sun is going down fast. I got, I don't know, maybe an hour. I don't even know if it'll be light by the time I get back. Well, I'm back from town, and as you can see, we're out of light. Picked up some new socks because I only brought one pair, and my feet are a mixture of swamp water and sweat and some alien bacteria that they ain't named yet, so there's no way I'm gonna go to the camper and take these off and put them back on in the morning. We're getting pretty close, but I'm just out of time, and I don't feel like getting stranded in the middle of the night on the side of the road because I overlooked something. So we're gonna try to get up early and figure out what we got to do yet. I know we got to do the exhaust, probably add a little tranny fluid. Now would be a good time to see if them brake lights come on. Nope, no brake lights at all. See? Can't drive at night anyway, so. Huh. Oh well. Well, anyway, I'm gonna head back to the camper and grab a bite to eat and think about how cold it's gonna be tomorrow. It's supposed to rain and then turn to snow. We're supposed to get like 6 to 9 inches up here between Friday and Saturday. So starting late tomorrow, it's supposed to start snowing. That's why I want to get home tomorrow. There's no way we're going to do it in the snow. So I guess I'm going back to the camper. You know, while a guy was in town, he figured he'd grab himself something to eat. I haven't really eaten yet anything today. I got pretty hungry, and then I realized this camper's still winterized, which means no running water. Sure hope this decision don't come back to bite me in about an hour. It's cold out in them trees. See you in the morning, I guess. Well, I made it through the night. It's the next morning. It's like, I don't know, 28 degrees or something like that up here. I ran out of propane in my camper, so I had an electric heater going. You know, I kept it at a comfortable about 55 probably in there. That was good. Only saw 2 mice. Pretty happy I didn't, nobody was around to see me run around the house when I seen the first one. Run right under the couch I was sleeping on. Yeah, stuck out some sticky traps and caught that one. I'm sure his 30 or so friends are still running around in that camper. It's also good. My pants are frozen. I got dry socks on, but my boots are still wet, so they're currently getting wet. That and it's already drizzling. It's supposed to start snowing any time here. I don't know how much time we got. That and I've been fighting off I'd say stage 1 bathroom break for a while now. Oh Lord, this is a long weekend already. And I suppose nothing's gonna get done unless we start doing it. So I think the first thing we do is see if this thing will even refire. Holy. Oh, every time I get in, this hole keeps getting bigger in this floor. That's not a good thing. All right, let's see what we got. We got a buzzer. Oh, she's perfect. Oh, what do we got? We got something blinking. Blinker was on. Uh-oh. Is she gonna idle? She is cold-blooded. Stay running. I think it'll stay running. Probably famous last words of a fool, but all right. I think we'll give the old trans fluid a check here. Oh, if I can reach it. She's getting warm already. Ooh, yuck. That is severely burnt. It's like brown, not even red anymore, but let's see what we can get here. Clean this off. Ah. That's why I can't have nice stuff, you know. My pants are always full of fluid, and let's see what we got. Oh, it's close to full, actually. I don't know why we weren't moving. Maybe the transmission's junk. All right, just topped off the brake fluid. Here's what I found. If you watch, right down there, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's blown lines on here, and I ain't gonna have time to change them before we go. So, I don't know. I say we try to bomb her around here, see if it'll even run and drive. I don't know what's up with this transmission. Okay. Can we get the window down? Oh my God. Nope, she's stuck. Oh wait, there it goes. I'll probably roll this down and never get it back up. Oh God. Wow. That's gonna need some attention. Holy crud. Okay. Wow. Sure. There we go. Oh! She can't. Oh, we got gears. No forward, huh? Oh, there's forward. Oh, that's neutral. Oh, the selector is a whole notch off. Okay, that's what we got going on here. Huh. Uh-oh. Well, we just died. How about the shifter in here? The shifter work at all? I think we're in high right now. I don't know. We got something dragging. I think we got the last remaining piece of the exhaust hanging off of her. Oh, let's see if I can show you what we even got for exhaust over here. It's not good. In fact, it's not good, folks. Oh, good night. Oh, perfect. Laid right in that puddle. She's pretty much disconnected right there. So we got to figure out if we can get some remnants of an exhaust on here. I don't know how. How do you get that off even? I don't think I have a saw with me. Maybe I can cut through that rubber mount, or just I might be able to just bend that and break it off, huh? Let's see. Oh, let's see what we got going on. It won't be hot. No, that's not happening. Sure. Oh. Why? I mean, how does everything else fall apart? But that's hanging in there, you know? Let me bend her some more. Bend her some more. Bend her some more. There we go. We removed it. Perfect. I might need that chunk of pipe. I don't know. Jeepers. All right. Well, let's see if we can get an exhaust on here and get this a little more quiet. Oh my goodness. Look at the floor. It is falling out of this truck. This thing is roached. Look at the inside of the cab. Holy wow. This poor truck is just rotten. All right, let's try to get something of an exhaust on here. Throw them up there. I already got, my hands are already cold, so why have gloves, you know? Just trying to stay a little warm. Does it matter which way it goes? I don't think so. I don't know if we got enough room under here. I did throw a little chunk of pipe in there. Longest one I could get at the auto parts store. Oh no, I ain't gonna have enough room for this muffler. I need much longer pipe. Huh. Or can a guy just... Nope, probably not. Of course, it's the same size. No. All right, Sure. Let's see. I would need to cut that end off. Or can I flip it? Can a guy flip the pipe? Nope, because now it's the same size on that end. Oh no, this sucks. Oh shoot, I need a coupler is what I need. Yep. How about this end? Well, I don't get it. I do get it. Yep, definitely need a coupler. Ha! This sucks. All right, sure. We ain't putting exhaust on here, I guess, today. Nothing works, and there's nothing available up here. There's like, get out. There's like no parts stores, you know? Well, we're probably not driving her home, but we can still scooter around the property and see if it'll even drive. Maybe we take her down the road. I don't know.
She does need a tune. I'll tell you that. I mean, it runs good, but she's gutless under load. So, let's just see if we could get her out to the road and put her on the old asphalt for the first time. I don't know. Probably since I was a kid. Oh, shifted. Perfect. We got a couple of gears. The transmission's actually working pretty decent. Speedometer works. All right. Got a couple things going for us. This is Buddy. Like a mud pit. Oh, they're already salting up here, getting ready for the snow. Spraying some brine or something. Stop spraying the roads. You're gonna salt my truck up. Rust it all out. All right, let's go this way. Is that good? Oh yeah, they definitely spraying the crap on these roads. Get them lines. They don't put rock salt up here. They spray a brine on the road. It is pretty gutless. I mean, it's actually, it rides pretty smooth. An old half-ton junk truck. Uh-oh. The gloves, they're on the hood yet. Oh no. All right, we're gonna go back. Don't die on me now. You in here? Ah, the gloves flew off. Dang it. Wow. Like that, that's why. That's not good. We still have brakes. Ooh, barely. But we do. We got brakes. It's just that they're leaking bad. Ooh, she gonna die. I think that idle needs to be turned off down more. We need to do some carburetor adjusting or something. That's she's loading up on me. Watch over the trees. Don't get no scratches. Oh, scratches. I gotta go down the road. Get my gloves. Oh, I parked this in a fresh spot. I think she deserves to not be parked on holes that once was parked in. Park her up a little further. Right where there's snow, you know. It's a little higher here too. Died. But will it restart? Uh-oh. She goes. Yeah, she needs a tune-up. She needs probably plugs, wires, cap, all that crap, which I have. But it's freezing. It's getting ready to snow. Oh, and there's no brakes. Ah, I can't get this window back up. Oh my God. Okay. Well, the hole in the floor has officially gotten bigger, so, you know, there's no hole there anymore. All right. I also noticed this. I didn't even notice this at first. Look at the rot inside the cab. I mean, I don't know if you can get a panel for that or, you know, I mean, the outside out here, she's solid. Well, that might be a pinhole. Yeah, there's a lot of pinholes up here. There's another one. Oh, don't push on her too hard. I can put my finger right through there. Well, there you go. First time running in probably 10 years. Now, probably about, I'd say 15 years. First time it's gone down the road since, God, I was probably a kid. So probably 30 years is the first time it's been down the road. We didn't go too far, but it would be irresponsible of me to drive this with leaking brake lines and the exhaust the way it is, unregistered. She's gonna need a little more things. It's gonna need an exhaust. It's gonna need brake lines. Probably do a tune-up. I got everything for the tune-up. Probably should really have the differential fluid checked. I'm not going through all that today because it's getting ready to snow, and at least it's on a new spot, a little higher here than where it was over there. So next time we can, I might just bring this home and work on it in the shop. You know, if I had a garage up here, it would be so much easier to fix all this stuff that needs to be fixed. But right now, this time of year in Wisconsin, it's tough to lay on the ground and work on anything outside. It's freezing. My feet are froze again, probably because my socks are wet again. But I hope you enjoyed watching what you saw today. And please like and subscribe. Hopefully we can, there's quite a few vehicles up here that need
as much, if not more, love than this, and I'd like to get them all back on the road. This will be on the road, just not today. I would like to make this not a daily driver, but a truck I can jump in and bomb around if I have to, run to the store. Missing part of the grill, that sucks. Oh well. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you. Have a great day.